Afternoon, the Stack women's soccer team hosts Holy Family in a final game with season opening 3-game homestand. Hi, everyone, along with Mark Gurney, I'm Nikolai Busko. Thanks for joining us. Stack hasn't won a game yet, Mark, but the enthusiasm is contagious as this team continues getting things in order with a new coach and staff.
Yeah, Freddie Giron in his first season trying to get this team to mesh. A lot of newcomers and a whole bunch of returners from last year, 17 back. But a half a dozen newbies on this squad. A 1-1 tie, as you saw, in the season opener against Felician. And then on Saturday, a 2-0 setback here at home in the battle for Route 303 against Dominican. But, a team that is not getting a whole lot of accolades preseason in the ECC poll, ranked 8th and last in the league. But hoping to, as Muhammad Ali said so many years ago, shock the world, Nicholas.
Stack will continue to work on its game. Holy Family nearly pulled off a major upset in its season opener. Lost to number 11 Westchester last Thursday at home 2-1 to open the season. Last year, HFU was able to get to the very, very end, and they're hoping that they can get to a couple of wins before the meat and potatoes their schedule begins. Westchester led in shots in that opening game, 16-13, 7-3 on target. HFU will visit AIC on Saturday, then come home for Southern Connecticut State on Tuesday.
And Westchester ranked 11th when they met last week. So that's, you'll take a 2-1 loss against a ranked opponent. And Holy Family in the CACC preseason 4th out of the 12 teams in the league. And they played last year at home against Stack in the season opener and scored a 5-0 win down in Philadelphia. So obviously the Spartans looking for a measure of revenge, but I think this is more for them a litmus test, just to see where they are playing game number 3 while the Tigers come in playing their second game of the season.
The one thing that sticks with me about the game against Dominican was that Dominican committed 21 fouls and Stack had just 8. Is the identity of this team for Stack more on the finesse side than physical?
Well, based on those numbers, you would think so, but still remains to be seen, right? Trying to establish the identity under Coach Giron.
Kickoff temperature, 80 degrees here in Sparkill as HFU in the darks will defend the goal down to the left. Stack in white defending the goal down to the right. And this will be tossed in by Kate McGuire to get things going for the Spartans. No, part of me, it's actually going to be an HFU throw-in. Then we got off McGuire last. It was tossed by Lexi Murphy, but now Stack will clear it back to midfield. Back along now by Rebecca Casper for the Tigers.
I'm not at the game.
And some good work by Kara Hill. Ball comes to her again. She played so well in the opening game after the injury to Heidi Torrey. A little bit later. And so we kick over to get back to midfield.
I'll tell you now, Kara Hill playing against the school here on Saturday had to motivated as she was with Diuni, Dominican, for the first 3 years of her career.
Let's go, Tigers. Get that ball back.
Playing today, hoping she'll be able to play at some point later this season, but that was such a tough break in the season opener. And the big part that she said was that she didn't feel any pain, I guess, as the injury resulted in that opening game. It's just amazing how you can be hurt and not feel it for a while.
Yeah, she was telling us a little bit before the match started here today that she's waiting on the MRI results. She had that exam yesterday, hoping for the best. Not feeling any pain right now, which is, I suppose, a good sign.
Hill now for Steen. Amalia Steen from Norway was looking for an outlet down the far side of this one. Will be put back in by Jana Pruz, the keeper for Holy Family at the 6. In net to start again. Will be as Holy Family will keep it short, not looking to challenge the midfield in the air with Stack just yet, just focused on possession at the moment. Joyce looking off the midside, and Stack will get it back near their dugout. 2 minutes in, no goal.
Haley last year under this year they've alternated starts. Ropeson against Felician, and Haley played on Saturday against Dominican.
Joyce will get this one back, and it goes out of bounds. And so, wait a second, the assistant down on the near side says it will stay with the Tigers. Your referee today is Mike Godey. The assistants are Mark Garcia and German Garcia.
The brothers too.
Then we get down is Sophie Stanley. This one is sent off of Gaillard, and the ball will be cleared back by the Tigers. At midfield, it'll be Hill. Wrestling it back now, but here come the Tigers. Nice touch pass intended for Dixon, but instead it'll come right to Robeson. We'll gobble that one up.
Nicole Savage did a nice job on the back line, fending off the Holy Family defensive player.
Good first touch there by Stanley, was intended for Rodriguez. It's backed up, though. McGuire. Looking now for Rodriguez.
Pick it up.
Swept back for Ringstad. From distance. And after a couple of bounces, it comes right to Pruz. Ringstad from Moss, Norway.
The second of the Norwegian freshmen on this Spartans roster. That's already her 10th shot of the season and 5th on goal.
Does it amaze you how so many people from Europe come to play sports here at this college?
Listen, you're in spitting distance from New York City. That's one of the big drawing cards.
What's the closest train station? Is it Peekskill?
No.
No? Would be Tarrytown, I guess? Suppose so. We're right near the bridge. As this one is sent back down the far side. Some contact. And looks like it will be a goal kick coming up for Stack as that ball went out of bounds. 4 minutes in. No goals yet.
Well, and of course, you've got the New Jersey
Good
Twins.
kick for
Stop.
Staten Island.
I suppose that's true as
Big
well.
Papa's over Clients.
Alright, guys, I gotta get
Robeson
it
gets ready to pull out the Big
I'm
Bertha
calling
driver here.
Stat. I said Thomas for clients.
Intended for Ringstad, overshot her. It'll be headed back by Kilkenny. It'll be collected by Joyce. Cruz will take care of it. Can't pick it up because of the back pass. As the Tigers will try to come upstream. Good contained by the midfield for Stack, and it's forced back far side. Bit of ping pong right now as both teams just trying to feel each other out. Ringstad trying to kick that one forward.
Gotta get a goal here, Tigers.
Miscommunication intended for Gaillard. But taken now by Ringstad. Who had some company with Fox. Was looking for Rodriguez.
Carly.
Hit it back again. Rodriguez knocks it down. Able to defer. No shot yet. He's not able to get the left with Stanley. This one is going to be sent into orbit and out of play. Good possession by Stack. Working hard, but Holy Family doing enough to disrupt a clean opportunity.
And you mentioned Liv Gaillard a couple of times already, Nikolai. She's making her first career start after appearing last season for the Spartans in 13 games.
It was very sad to see things end athletically for St. Francis of Brooklyn. Does that mean that she is the most thankful, I think, to be playing in this game today and any game after that?
I would say, given that she didn't play for St. Francis and she was there for the last year of the program, this is definitely, it was a great landing spot for her. She's got teammates from the Terriers sprinkled around the soccer landscape. Bella Radovini, in fact, was the ECC Player of the Week, if memory serves, for CSI this week. That was another one of her teammates who she still keeps in very close contact with.
McGuire gets taken down, and there'll be a free kick coming up for the Tigers. You can use X to keep up with the latest news information about the Spartan Athletic Department, St. Thomas Aquinas College. The handle is Stack Spartans. Again, STAC Spartans on X.
I'll tell you what, Steen might have gotten a little bit fortunate not to get in the book there. That was a hard foul.
Brought back now. Dumped off by Casper. Intercepted as Stack continues to be strong in formation, making it difficult for the Tigers to gain any traction.
I talked about all the returning Spartans. Holy Family brings 19 back from a year ago.
So both these teams are very experienced. McGuire looking downfield for Rodriguez, and this one will be escorted out of bounds. It'll go back to the Tigers.
Now, Nikolai, where Freddie Giron is still trying to mold his team in the image that he wants them to have. You know, Jill Reeves now in her 13th year as the head coach at Holy Family, 21st with the program, including 8 as an assistant. So this is all hers.
Maddie McGuire throws it towards the goal and gobbling it up easily with the oven mitts is Robeson.
Probably was going wide of that far post, but obviously not a situation Spartans want to find themselves in. A bouncing ball, very rough, difficult play, and Cat made it look easy.
This one we headed back down the far side and letting it go to bounds will be Argento. It's a small sample size, but are there things that you've seen from this team this year with a new coach that might be different from the old regime? Are there things you're able to pick up on right away that are different?
Still too early to tell, really, I'm being honest.
Robeson will pick this one up. Certainly there's new enthusiasm and energy with an entire new staff, and it's not the only team, the only program at Stack with a new coach as the fall begins.
And remember, they're playing without last year's leading scorer, Rachel Brownell, who played in every game, had 5 goals, had 33 shots, had 17 on target, and she hasn't seen the field yet, the grad student out of Blauvelt.
Dixon getting beat to the punch by Lawson as she's able to get it out of bounds. It'll stay with Holy Family. 9th minute, no goals yet. Neither keeper has been greatly tested as both teams have settled in.
And being without Heidi Torrey, who also started all 15 games last season, another difficult loss to swallow. So this allows, some of the newcomers obviously to step up and try to step in to fill those voids. And some of the returning players, too. Remember, everybody's trying to make an impression on the new guy, the new coach.
So Stack will try to meander out of their own half of the field. We'll get a break here with a throw-in coming up. Kicked along by Murphy, but not to a teammate, and Stack will get it beyond to midfield. It's racing back for it first will be Joyce. No, pardon me, it's going to be Casper. Casper lets it go. It'll be tossed back in by Lexi Murphy.
See, the Spartans have 2 seniors on the field right now who started. Holy Family has 8 seniors in their starting 11.
That means they're very experienced, the road team. And this one will be tossed back in quickly. Too far for Dixon, as collecting it will be Robeson.
And a good job by Lil Lawson marking Dixon. Lawson, the junior out of St. Mary's, Maryland. 14 starts a year ago. Making her second this year.
Holy Family will collect here. May have grazed the scalp of McGuire. Sent back down, though. It'll be Lawson there first, but she's got company. Able to get it away from McGuire. Off of Steen. It'll be tossed back in by the Tigers. Division II gives thousands of students a chance to compete at a high level of scholarship athletics while excelling in the classroom and fully engaging in the broader campus experience. Learn how you can make it yours. Visit ncaa.org/D2. Again, ncaa.org/D2. Good battle won by Steen for Stack as the Spartans try to go forward, but everybody's bunched up right now. Rodriguez able to get some semblance of control and dished it off to Hill, who gets it downfield. Looking for Gaillard. Gaillard moves in, goes down, play continues. As I don't think Gotti even thought about awarding a penalty there. Looked like there was some solid contact, but a 50-50 ball.
And it was Gaillard who drew the foul against Felician that led to the PK goal by Rodriguez last week.
Still cannot get over how well that game was played by 2 teams that are trying to go upwards in their own league schedules. Opening day game, you don't know what to expect. That game bordered on legendary, especially with the ending where it took a great save to deny McGuire at the very, very end. HFU get it back up on the far side and look to get some continuity here. Sent forward intended for Loper, but never got to her. Stack will once again be in good position as it's Steen. Wenched off now for McGuire. Back to Steen. Steen is doubled, but gets around Loper very, very well and run it back to McGuire. McGuire was challenged, and so the Tigers will kick it in their dugout. There'll be a throw-in coming up for Stack in the attacking half.
Loper, another of those seniors for the Tigers, transferred a few years back from Georgian Court. Had 4 goals a year ago for Holy Family.
Hill bumped off by McGuire, and it's worked back now for Lawson. Chested down by Rodriguez. No fair catch in this football. It's headed away by Kilkenny. Off the back heel to McGuire. More stabbing with those toes as Rodriguez is going to be wedged out of bounds. It looks like it's going to still belong to Stack. It'll be McGuire tossing it back in. Studying business management and marketing here at Stack. As this one will be sent back down once more. Joyce back to get it. And we've got a whistle. And they say it will be a throw-in as the ball did go out before it was kicked back into touch.
And we should note the McGuires, one on each side, not related. Maddie McGuire, senior from Sewell, New Jersey, a rider transfer back in 2021 to Holy Family, and Caitlin McGuire, junior from Massachusetts, on the Spartans. 14 starts out of the 15 games she played last year. 15 shots, 9 on goal, but none went in.
Rodriguez switches its far side. Couldn't find a target. It'll be gobbled up by the keeper, Pruz.
Pruz last year started all 18 for Holy Family. 6 wins, 7 losses, 4 ties. 1.6 goals against average and a .654 save percentage. Robeson was 0-8-1 a year ago. 28 goals against, 51 saves.
Brought back now by Lawson for Stack as she'll get rid of it. Looking for it. Good first touch by Lexi Murphy. Wedged towards the top of the box, but headed away by the Spartans as they try to go forward. Ringstad trying to control, but instead taken back by Loper. Chipped along by Kilkenny. Towards the corner it goes, tracking it down as Dixon. As it'll go out of bounds and go back to Stack. 15 minutes in, no goals yet.
You alluded to the NFL before on the fair catch, and Ringstad there looking like Sean Landetta in that Giants playoff game against the Bears so many years ago with the whiff on the punt.
It happens to everybody, but I don't think you're going to see it happen at the new stadium as opposed to the old one. For those who are not old enough to remember, old Giant Stadium, the wind there was so bad you felt like you were in the eye of a hurricane at times. Don't know if it's because of the way it was built or just the direction, but yes, kicking and punting there would sometimes be not a whole lot of fun.
Well, also that game was in Chicago. Remember, the Bears were the monsters of the Midway, had the best, the defense that season was ridiculously good under Buddy Ryan.
And it does get very windy in Chicago as well.
They do call it the Windy City, Nicola.
Yes, I do not want to be golfing with Lake Michigan staring in front of me. Most varsity programs at St. Thomas Aquinas College are members of the East Coast Conference. More information on the conference, please visit its website, eccsports.org. Again, eccsports.org. This one's knocked down by McGuire. Looks to go forward. And this one is knocked away by Joyce, who is in good position. Hill. For Steen. McGuire again. As they move along the local train. It comes to Stanley. But Stanley has some company. Involved was Joyce. And it looks like it'll be a Tigers throw-in. Chested down by Hooten. Alyssa Hooten is in the lineup right now. Ava Hooten is not. Both of them very smart. Two-time CSC academic all-district. That means they go to class and do well. Hooten tries to go forward, but is blocked off. Steen looked for help. Kicked along by Loper. It's kicked along by McGuire. Back and forth they go. Tremendous battle here, but it's finally won by Lawson, able to get it to Rodriguez. Loper. Out of the shadow she comes. A bit of a yelp from Fox. No call. As Stanley has it knocked away, that time by Loper. Savage will work it back to Robeson. Able to find her target. It's Steen. Steen. Wedged off a little bit by Kilkenny. Could not go completely upstream. Has to defer now for McGuire. McGuire lets it go. And it goes right into the mitts of Pruz. Should she have waited a little bit for help to arrive there?
No, I think that was the right play. Give Pruz the pressure. Make her make a stop.
So the Tigers will come about. Murphy. Rodriguez on her. Tries to contain her, and it's blocked away by Steen.
I mean, we may see, when they go back and watch the tape tomorrow, they might see that somebody was flashing into the area that might have been able to put a better quality shot on target. But no, I think if you have a chance to get any shot toward the goal, you take it. You don't know what's going to happen, right? Bruce could bobble it, leave an open ball, open net.
Stanley regathers for the Spartans. McGuire nudged ahead now for Steen. McGuire again. Nice and high. This one is missed. Stack wants a handball. And Godey, I don't think, was even thinking about it.
And Nikolai, we don't have possession stats available to us during the live run of play, but it feels like the Spartans have had the run, right?
I would agree with you. They've had a lot of possession. Holy Family's had to counter punch and stand pat. Now the question becomes, I think, can the Spartans find other lanes to attack?
It feels like they've been much more organized than the Tigers, too, the first 18 minutes.
So Holy Family get it back to midfield. Argento negotiates, but it's given up now for Dixon. Argento on her. And we've got a foul against Holy Family, so a free kick for Stack. 19th minute, no goals yet. Would agree with Mark. Looks like Stack has had better possession for sure, and a lot of space to work with. It's just a matter of fine-tuning things.
And I think there's only been maybe 2 fouls called the entire match so far.
Robeson gets it right side up. Yes.
But this was the first on Holy Family.
Robeson looking for a touch of the 18. It comes semi for the Tigers, and it's almost headed a second time by Casper. Loose. And the assistant on the far side says goal kick. Stack Athletics has partnered with Sprite. Hopes this athletics management platform can help it operate the department more effectively. Stack says Sprite's platform can help with recruiting, scheduling, documentation, NIL activities, and offering useful educational resources. There is a lot going on with this athletic department, including a new volleyball facility. What a tremendous experience that was. First match finally in the books there.
Just opened up on Tuesday, a 4-set win. What a great atmosphere, too.
We know that Aquinas Hall had a bit of a low ceiling. Is the one with the new place higher?
Much higher.
As this one's played back down the far side, 20 minutes in. No goals just yet. Argento will toss it back in quickly. Goes over a couple of heads, and Holy Family looking to keep it going as Mignon finds some traffic, defers, almost gave it away. As Holy Family will continue on, this one is blocked off the foot of Steen, who has made her presence known in multiple fronts in the early going, and the elevator door opens for the first time today. Brooke Del Toro will check in, as will Caitlin Perazola.
Perazola, a freshman from Warner Robins, Georgia. I've got some family down there. She's making her second appearance of the season. She actually played all 90 against Westchester. Del Toro, a senior from Edgewater Park down in South Jersey. Played 42 minutes in the opener. Only played one game last year off the bench.
This one is tossed back in by McGuire. Chested down by Stanley, and this one is not quite to the woods. It does stay in. And they're looking for a new toy. We only need one, not two. McGuire will toss this one back in. Long start. Heaves that one forward as Joyce trying to get rid of it. But Stanley is being a pest, and that's okay. This one is kicked out of bounds. Looks like it'll stay with the Spartans, and good pressure again by the Spartans midfield in their attempt to maximize their possession.
No subs yet for Stack.
Stanley tries to keep it going. Some trouble it was Joyce, but she's able to clear it enough, but the Spartans get it right back. Steen got it into some space, but it's cleared out by the Tigers immediately, and having to retreat when it is Lawson.
Nice footwork by Amalia.
Over the head, but still right around that ball. Stanley can't make a good first touch, and we'll see if it went off of her. Truly it did, so Holy Family will get it back as we are approaching the midway point of this first half. No goals yet, but it has not been boring. Both teams have paid a lot of attention to detail defensively. McGuire looking downfield. Del Toro, she's in and able to come out and snuff that out is Robeson. No hesitation.
Cat-like reflexes from Cat Robeson. Good anticipation and a terrific job of outracing Del Toro to the ball.
Plays like those don't show up in the box score, but they do give your back line confidence. This one set back now for Lawson. Off the back of the head of Del Toro. I'm sure she didn't mean to do it. Rodriguez. Off at instep, and Holy Family will regather. Perazola. Back for Pruz. Now for Joyce. Rodriguez says hello. Joyce says goodbye. And she'll move forward now, getting it to Del Toro. Off her foot. Lost it in the blue sky Loper. Del Toro. As the flag comes up offsides, as in early was McGuire. For those new to the sport, soccer is not like hockey. The blue line is always moving. Make it yours by checking out the official Facebook home NCAA Division II Athletics at facebook.com/NCAA Division II. Again, NCAA Division II on Facebook. Robeson pulls out the Big Bertha driver. Gets it off the head of Stanley. Rodriguez will try to set up shop in the corner. This is deflected, and it looks like it will be a corner for the Spartans. Big opportunity here where neither team has really done a whole lot in the run of play. There's been starts and fits, but no continuity as far as offensive pressure.
And fits and starts. First corner for either side. So it'll be Ringstad to take it.
So Stack is not sending everybody in. Holy Family will have 2 players away from the box in case they can counter. It's Ringstad, majoring in sports management. This is clearly not going to be a short corner. There's nobody near her. The sun not far away. And this goes through everybody. The closest one was Kilkenny, who I think made a wise decision not to touch it. Now she will. And a drop back now by Casper.
Natalie O'Dean is about to make the first substitution for the Spartans.
And this one will run out of bounds. It'll go back to Stack here with 20 minutes to go here in the opening term. The aforementioned O'Dean comes in from Sveg, Sweden, studying finance and economics. And we'll see who is coming out.
It's Rodriguez for now.
She's been effective, hasn't scored, but she's definitely made her presence known. And we've got a whistle, and a foul's going to be called here. I think on Gaillard. Got the elbow in there, so it'll be a free kick for HFU. Just over the midfield line here.
The Liv had been playing on the far side. Now with O'Dean in, comes to the near. Will play on the right wing.
Kilkenny and Murphy talk about it. And it's worked back to midfield as HFU will focus on possession for the moment. Joyce. On her is Stanley. And good work by Stanley to force it all the way back to Pruz. Just out of the reach of Gaillard. But Stack will continue on here. Gaillard knocked it down. And this one we touched in is picking up as the Pepto-Bismol clad Pruz. Which I think is pretty good considering the position can give you agita.
It's the same color as my pink Sharpie highlighter.
Those who are new to the broadcast, we are both married to teachers. We see a lot of highlighters and cool colors all the time. But yes, any variation of pink is normally the number one answer to borrow a line from the Family Feud game. Gaillard. Just ran out of real estate. It'll be tossed back in by Murphy. Long toss. Off the shoulder of McGuire. Sent back far side, headed high by Dixon. And we've got a whistle. And the flag had come up, so offsides against Holy Family. 27 minutes in, no goals yet, but both teams have dug the trenches, and the garden hoses are filling them with water.
Pruz's jersey and socks, same color as Caitlin McGuire's cleats.
Yes, those could glow in the dark. I have nothing in that color because I don't think I'd look good in it. Good hustle here, bumped by O'Dean, and a free kick will be given to the Tigers. As doing just enough defensively to take one for the team was Murphy.
And Natalie might have gotten away with a booking as well.
It hasn't been an overly physical game, but you can see that there are some players, especially for the Spartans, that are trying to push the envelope a little bit.
Well, literally, she pushed.
They would not be too physical.
Knocked down quickly by McGuire. Long pass intended for Del Toro. Here comes Robeson, though, as she's able to gobble that one up.
And Caitlin McGuire did a good job again fending off
Or maybe
Del Toro.
McGuire. Maybe with Stat.
Robeson gets some good hang time here. Good first touch by Stanley.
Maddie McGuire.
Got it for Steen.
5 in the Holy Family.
Ringstad. From distance. Great save made by Pruz.
That ball just kept rising on Pruz. And it sets up the second corner for the Spartans. What a rocket off the right leg.
It's not a windy day, but there's not much humidity, so that ball didn't have to fight through traffic to get to Pruz from, say, roughly 25 yards away, maybe a little bit longer.
When the other was Stat, so I was not.
So there's a bit of a congregation on the far side of the box here. It's kept short. Ball rolls back. This one's chipped towards the goal by McGuire. And almost scored a lacrosse goal by bouncing it into the ground. I don't know if she did it on purpose, but it almost got past Pruz, who had to get a touch on it. That would have ended up in Bristol, I think, had it gone in.
A fingertip save by Pruz, and it sets up the Spartans' second corner in the last few seconds, their third of the half.
After seeing that, kids all across the country are going to be practicing shots off the turf. Like the old line from Caddyshack 2. Hit it long, but hit it short. Doesn't look like it'll be a short corner this time. Headed and just over and out.
I don't know if it was off Hill's head or left shoulder.
I think it got her head. She wasn't afraid to get her head involved. Stack, no goals yet, but they're definitely controlling the play now. Enough time to call the insurance agent. That's how much left here in the first half.
Or a certain pizza guy.
He better be pretty darn good. Lawson, downfield. Joyce will be cut off by the keeper. As Pruz just gets some nerves calmed again after a couple of intense situations. One save more traditional. The other one probably destroyed every bingo card she had in her pocket.
See, I got the math wrong. Actually, if we had called the pizza guy half an hour ago, he'd been here. Yeah.
Gaillard tried to switch it to the far side. This one goes out of bounds. And so Holy Family will come back with it. T-shirts, headwear, and drinkware among the items you can buy from the official online store for Spartan Athletics. Check it out at stackathleticstore.com. That's STAC athleticsstore.com. Stanley. Steen doesn't let it go. Fakes again. Tried to put it through to the left, but it's blocked, and it'll be carried out this time by Murphy. As keeping it, no. Joyce does not have the legs of giraffe, so it goes back in. This one's kicked out once more, so it'll be tossed back in by McGuire. Steen has Del Toro on her. McGuire looking to feather it through towards the spot. Deflected, it's still loose, bit of a tough situation for the Tigers. Head games continue. Hit back far side, and just missing it was Odin.
She knew she had it open near post, just slid it wide. Might have rushed it a tad.
Holy Family takes a deep breath and will start back up again. Stack has been in good position for most of the game. They've done a lot of the things they needed to do. And this one sent back to far side. It'll be corralled by Savage as she gets rid of it.
Spartans have outshot the Tigers 7-2 now, 4-1 on goal.
Set towards the corner as the Tigers just looking for an opportunity. They might have one here as the foul is called. It'll be a free kick from not quite the edge of the box, but it'll be in a decent position.
Argento called for that foul. And Kylie Metcalf will come on, grad student from nearby Monroe.
Even when I was growing up in Newburgh, Monroe-Woodbury had some great soccer programs. Both teams were outstanding. Big rival with NFA. Felt like every time the two teams got together, boys or girls, something strange and wonderful happened. Deflected off of a head and wide. I don't think that was meant to happen, but it will give a corner, a bit of a lucky break here for HFU. They've not had many breaks in this game so far. And it'll be Loper taking the kick.
This will be their first corner to the Spartans 3.
Almost everybody back to defend for Stack. The one that's further up at the edge of the box is Stanley. Nice and high, but this one overshoots everybody. As Stack will clear it down the far side.
Can't come in yet because it's Holy Family possession.
Yep, the elevator door has been stuck a little bit for Metcalf. As Holy Family continue Del Toro. This one intercepted with the head of Steen. And work back now as Kilkenny looks for it. Tries to come back the other way. Steen says hello. So does Hill. Wedged back towards the edge of the box again. No shot yet. This one is blocked, and Robeson says mine. So, Holy Family, far and away, their best contained possession of the ball game, but Stack does a good job of playing defensively and not bumping into each other like Keystone Cups.
I just want to rewind. You know you said head of Steen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was a good one.
A happy accident, I wasn't even thinking. Although somewhere in the universe, people are saying, yeah, you never do. Brought back to midfield off the foot of Kilkenny. Good battle here. And here come the Tigers again. Flag stays down as the Tigers attack. Sent towards a goal, and Robeson gets out the mitts to take care of that one. Her decision-making has been very good today.
Terrific anticipation again by the sophomore out of Nutley, New Jersey. Making her second start in the Spartans' 3 matches.
Cuts it through the wind, but it's off the head of Kilkenny. McGuire has it knocked away. Kilkenny will get it back. Tries to go forward. Goes off somebody's midsection for Stack, and it's worked back again by Stanley. Robeson gets out the fairway iron. Ringstad. On the far side it comes now for Pedrozola. Back it came, and a good touch there by Pruz, looking very calm. Again, in the old days, she could pick that one up, but after the World Cup was here in '94, things changed. Kilkenny looking for Del Toro. Onside play. Lawson trying to slow her up. And a great play made by Lawson. And a second attempt. A great save made by Robeson, as hitting it long but hitting it short was Manny McGuire. A lot going on right now.
And no panic on the back line for Stack. Looking very composed all across that defensive line.
Well, it looks like Mick Cass going to have some company in the elevator. DeLeo Romero is there. So is Rachel Brownell. And more players coming in now for HFU. The clown car is looking for a parking spot. Meanwhile, back in midfield, 8.5 left. No score yet, but the game has not been boring. Sent through far side. And this one's going to be to nobody in a dark jersey, but an inadvertent knock off of a teammate. It's going to be a goal kick, pardon me. For a second, I thought it was put back in, and it would have a corner for HFU instead. All the substitutions will begin to take place. Both teams getting fresh horses they hope turn to thoroughbreds. 8 minutes left here in the opening half. Still no score.
So for Holy Family, number 2, freshman out of Levittown, Gwen Dozier, making her collegiate debut. Bella Skirchi, a sophomore from Delaware, played 54 minutes in the Tigers opener. 14 starts a year ago, had a goal and 4 assists. Spartans bring on Brittany Delau, a sophomore from Long Island. Maddie Powers, a junior from Long Island. And Brownell, the grad student from Blauvelt.
Holy Family bring it back. Set towards the top of the box and headed for Del Toro. High it goes. No clearance yet, and finally able to get a foot on it is McGuire.
And, of course, Metcalf, who had been waiting for the last 5 minutes, it felt like.
Shifted now for Brownell. We notice the brace is very, very large. Towards Del Toro. And this one goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw with 7 minutes left. The man next to me texted me yesterday and said there is such a thing as Central Jersey.
Well, do you want to tell everybody why I sent you that text?
Because I said it did not exist, I think, on a previous broadcast here.
That was on your broadcast of the Mercy Assumption volleyball match.
Oh, okay. You have to understand, I'm in the midst of an 11-day string where I'm doing at least one game a day, so they all blend together. I'll have Mark explain geography of New Jersey once this chance finishes, as Brownell looking to make an instant impact here. Wedged it back now for Odin. Odin from 30 doesn't let it go, as Stack will continue on here. Now it's chipped away by Casper. Up to midfield it comes, as Del Toro look to go forward. Here comes Dozier, fresh tank of gas, but she's cut off by McGuire. Great positioning by Kate McGuire again. As chasing after it is Steen. On it, though, is Joyce, and it's finally cleared away. And Yogi Bear is going to get that one.
I'll tell you what, Del Toro for Holy Family has been probably their best player of the half, and she didn't start. But yeah, Central Jersey basically is demarcated on the east side of the state, if you will, between the Garden State Arts Center to the south and then Newark Airport to the north. Anything north of Newark Airport, North Jersey. Anything south of the Arts Center, South Jersey.
It sounds like a very small area.
Well, it's not a huge state.
I know population is also
thirds.
part of this, too, because the northern part is definitely populated. And there's some places in South Jersey and Camden and Gloucester counties that are populated heavily, too. But yes, everywhere I've been, people have told me there's no Central Jersey. There is Trenton.
Oh, no. There's most definitely a Central Jersey. Having grown up in that region, I speak from personal experience.
What was the hometown of that you grew up?
Old Bridge.
Old Bridge.
Middlesex County.
Okay.
And the first professional radio job I had outside of college was at a station in Plainfield, New Jersey, that billed itself as Central Jersey's top AM. It was 1590 on the AM dial.
All broadcasts of the ECC Sports Network are archived, so I'll be able to go back and listen to this later after the game is over with. My wife briefly taught in Newark, and she also taught some of the Diocese of Patterson. Both are in North Jersey, clearly. But yes, I guess the Brunswicks and Princeton and Rutgers and Lambertville, they all got to have a home somewhere.
Yeah. And again, you can draw a line west from the Arts Center, which is exit 116 on the Parkway. And that anything under that line of demarcation would be considered South Jersey. So Princeton might actually be South Jersey.
I promise if you follow me on social media, I'm going to get out a map of New Jersey and draw this tonight once and for all so that we have a guide going forward. Here's Steen. On her is Del Toro. Again, Mark's right. She's played well since coming in. She's added a spark for the Tigers after Stack had built up a healthy possession in the early going here.
And listen, you live in Pennsylvania these days. You're not going to tell me there's no Central PA. There's not just East and West.
There's State College. Besides, East Stroudsburg is barely over the river.
Well, but State College, if I remember correctly, is smack dab in the middle of the state.
I know.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
I'm also going to tell you that I don't watch the Scranton and Wilkes-Barre news. I go on the internet to watch the New York news even though I live in Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, we've got a corner here for Stack. 3.5 left in the opening half.
I think they were going to ask you to take it. Nobody wanted to go.
Yes, it's like the last piece of luggage the baggage claim at Kennedy.
Finally, Caitlin McGuire jogs over.
So McGuire will try to put this one in, keeps it short. And that's okay. And perhaps that was a meant to miss by Hill. McGuire looks for an odd angle that got the very back of the net. For a second, my heart jumped into my nose and came right back down because I thought she had scored. It would have been an impossible angle.
Yeah, that was definitely intentional from Hill setting up the screen. It just didn't work out as the Spartans were hoping.
Holy Family has taken the last 3 shots, but Stack still has the edge 7-5. Again, as Mark said, Del Toro has played well. I think since her insertion into the lineup, it's been a much more even game after Stack had more possession and certainly more opportunities. And we've got a whistle and a free kick as Steen is called for the foul. She's been very, very physical here in this first half.
That's 6 fouls now on Stack to just 1 for Holy Family.
Don't have it up here, but I wonder if Steen has at least 3 of those. Sent back up now for Hill. Off the head of Murphy. This one is kicked out of bounds. No place for the Tigers to go, so the Spartans will toss it back in as they will work on seeing if they can get possession here. Try to treat it like a power play in hockey, but they've got 2 minutes. They only need 1 shot to take the lead at the break. And a good jump up in there by Savage. Stack will maintain possession as Hill. A challenge, not from behind so much, maybe to the side from Casper. And Stack will continue on here. Bucket and a half left now. And saying, I don't want it is Steen, so it'll be tossed back in by a teammate. And she'll go and see if she can be in position to feel a touch here. It got close to her, but this one is booted inadvertently backwards. O'Dean knocks it down. Look for help, and the spin of the ball will come right to Pruz. Looks like they had a plan there. The ball just didn't bounce their way.
Yeah, Delau was in, and the ball just missed.
Loper, 50 seconds left. Knocked down by Savage. Very aggressive, helping get that ball up the far side. Here comes Brownell. Again, she's from around these parts. Blauvelt, degrees in education. Metcalf, getting her MBA. 30 seconds. Who will have the last say here? Stack wants all sides call, they'll get it. But they're going to have to hurry up to see if they can get one last toss at the cage here. Robeson will try to be Happy Gilmore here.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Needs a touch quickly from Steen. Was marked well by Perazzola. And after 45 minutes, no goals. Shots were 7-5 in favor of Stack on target. 4-3 Stack. Corners Stack with 4. Holy Family with 1. Offsides, Holy Family whistled 3 times. Stack done fouls 6-1. And the wallet from Mike Godey, we never got to see in that opening half. What are the key thoughts, I think, going to the second half, Mark?
Well, I think if the Spartans can play a little bit more like they did in the first half of the half, more than the second half of the half, then they'll have more scoring opportunities and a chance to maybe break.
Matt McGuire with 2 shots on net. Bridget Dixon had the other for the Tigers. Offsides, Holy Family whistled 3 times. Stack none. Corners, Stack with 4. Holy Family with just 1. Fouls for the game, Stack with 6. Holy Family with only 1, but Mike Gaudy not going to the pocket just yet. We will see if both teams can find a way to score a goal and get that first win of the season. And Mike makes sure that that card does work. What's in his wallet? Lovely in yellow. And on that note, play-by-play of the second half, Mark Gurdon.
All right, Nikolai, thanks a million. Yeah, very physical first half, but not overly physical. Tightly marked more than anything. And good goalkeeping on both sides. Jana Pruz, the sophomore out of Brookhaven, PA for Holy Family. Kat Robeson, the sophomore out of Nutley, New Jersey for the Spartans. Both making a couple of key stops as we get set to begin half number 2. Spartans will be working from left to right.
One thing I think both teams have in common right now is they both settled in defensively. Stack had a great start to this game, had a lot of possession. The substitution off the bench for Holy Family, Brooke Del Toro, she changed the game offensively for Holy Family, forcing Robeson to make a couple of saves. That definitely changed the energy for the Tigers. The question is, can they sustain what they have with Del Toro to start the second half? And if they do, how will Stack respond? What will their energy be like? Because they've been very good with the ball. I'd like to see if they can maybe take a little bit more time offensively, but I will acknowledge as well, Mark, the 2 shots they had were the most tested. Pruz, the keeper, were both from range, and that second one that bounced, that could have been the only goal of the game, and that would have been a showstopper on SportsCenter, I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you know, you're looking at a team, again, still trying to find its identity for a new head coach, and maybe a hair off in timing. Otherwise, we're looking at a goal or 2 for the Spartans. They really had the better scoring chances in the first half.
I did like both teams' battle ability, if that's a word, in the midfield. Both teams, again, they've been playing relatively clean. No cards yet, obviously. The question, I think, becomes who can control the midfield, and I think, specifically, whichever team I think controls its half of the midfield, the transition game, not the attacking half of the midfield, but getting the ball from point A to point B and then point C, I think that's the team that has a better chance of winning this game.
And listen, there's no such thing in sports as moral victories, but let's remember, Holy Family beat the Spartans 5-0 last year. That was their first meeting since 2018. So nobody left from that squad, but certainly a lot of players on the pitch from last year. As the Tigers work in the dark blue with the baby blue trim from right to left. Nat O'Dean came on as a first half sub. Pushed that one out over the far touchline, so a throw in for Holy Family. And that'll go out for a goal kick. It was deflected off of Alyssa Hooten, senior from Pocono Summit, PA, whose twin sister Ava is coming off the bench today, but has not made an appearance as yet.
You saw in that opening possession the pressure from Stack in the midfield, picking up where exactly they left off. Good pressure by Olivia Gaillard there to help force that one out of bounds, and Natalie O'Dean doing the job as well.
Maddie McGuire, first half sub, wearing 5. Here's Gaillard making her first career start today. Ringstad couldn't keep it in. And she was trying to find Britt Delau on the near sideline. That's booted out of play by Savage, the sophomore from Manalapan in central New Jersey.
I thought it was at the shore.
No, Manalapan is not south of the Art Center.
Okay.
Yeah. It's close. Maybe you're thinking Manasquan. Here's Gaillard going to the air. One-on-one against Parazola, another first half sub. Forcing Cruz to play it with her feet, and that'll be out of bounds. And a Spartans throw in deep in the offensive zone.
It's okay if Metcalf doesn't throw it forward here. You can go backwards if you need to just get possession, but somebody is open.
Gaillard with a little chip toward the cage. Was wide, but technically will be a save for Cruz, and that'll be her 5th.
Looked like Gaillard was trying to blast out of the sand trap. All the little pellets of the artificial surface popping up as she hit that one a bit too early. That's the kind of injury that can result, turf toe and your knee and your leg. Thankfully, it looks like she's okay. That could have ended very differently.
Throw in Tigers on the far side. Ringstead trying to turn, dispossessed. And the shot off the crossbar from Holy Family from way outside the 18.
Oh, God, lady!
Their best scoring chance of the day.
Oh, damn it!
Just off the bottom of the bar.
There was Mariko Kenny to let that one go.
More Holy Family pressure. And that's wide off the right foot.
I don't think Rose had expected Kilkenny to shoot from there. I think she was flat-footed at some point and started to backpedal after the ball had been released, which you never want to see the keeper do unless it's a true chip. But thankfully, Robeson, who has played well, got a little bit lucky from the woodwork there.
Last shot taken by Gazelle Rowan, a second half sub, another freshman from Levittown, PA. Here's another chance for Del Toro with a chip shot as Robeson came out. And it's over the crossbar to the net that protects the cars in the parking lot. So it'll be a goal kick for Cat. Dangerous chance given up there by the Spartans at the top of the 18.
That doesn't go on as a save, but again, it's one of those things that doesn't end up in a box score. Robeson being highly aggressive to force the shot high and early.
Shots are 8 apiece now. It was 7-3 at one point.
Did Holy Family have bus legs?
Here come the Tigers on the attack again. Izzy Mignon.
Mignon.
And that'll be another throw-in for Holy Family. In their 13th year now under head coach Jill Reeves, who was an assistant for 8 before that. Ringstad with the nudge, and she gets whistled for the foul.
Not the first time she's done that, and I think Mike Godey showing that he saw her do that. Almost looked like, what's his name, the pitcher for the Phillies, Kimbrel, put his arms down like that.
He's on the Orioles these days, isn't he?
I forget. Everybody gets traded every now and again. All I know is on a team that my wife follows. There are a bunch of them because she's lived everywhere.
By the way, one of the nicest guys in any
on the
sport
oil.
anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Just tremendous.
Good job.
This will be Kilkenny, the senior from Huntingdon Valley, PA, with a free kick. It's on target. Robeson knocks it down and then gathers it in under pressure.
I wouldn't lose any sleep over that spill. She tracked it well, had to make sure that her timing was right on the jump, and I think after the last chance by Kilkenny, she was just making sure she did not lose her net and she had her feet.
Alyssa Hooten was providing the pressure. Here's Gaillard, the other 27 on the pitch. Kilkenny chipping it ahead. And it's offside. McGuire draws the flag.
Well, she's got her palms up, but she has to make sure that when the ball is played, she's even with Metcalf at that point. Good issue by Metcalf to push up at the last second to trap her.
Robeson will let it fly. Just over 6 minutes into the second half. Still no score between Stack, came in 0-1-1, and Holy Family, who dropped their season opener against nationally ranked Westchester in their debut. Off the head and then right into the waiting arms of Cruz. That was O'Dean who got the noggin on it. A little bit of a physical battle. Won for the moment by the Tigers. Far side, Caitlin McGuire trying to get it back for Stack. Gaillard going to the far sideline. Nobody home for the Spartans. Here's another chance for Del Toro, but she gets headed off by Lily Lawson. And it'll be a throw-in Stack on the far side.
There's Del Toro again. Even when she doesn't have the ball, she's making it very difficult for Stack to use the wings to break out of their defensive third.
Kind of makes you wonder why she didn't start this match.
I have a theory in just a second once we see what this ball is. Okay, so it's going out. I think sometimes if you're a coach, you have to decide what is my best plan of attack at minute number 1. Who are my best 11 players? Del Toro may give up too much defensively, and that's something that Jill Reeves does not want to play with out of the gate. She wanted to make the adjustment, saw that her team might have been a little bit sluggish, and that Stack definitely had some good juice in the very beginning, so she changed the play, and that's why I think Del Toro has been more effective as your 12th player instead of one of the first 11.
Goal kick Robeson was knocked down by Maddie Powers. And Holy Family takes it right back. A chip in by Maddie McGuire. Rolls to the feet of Kat Robeson. I suppose paws if we're talking about a cat.
That was intended for Del Toro and just too hard for her in that instance. Obviously, she had the right plan, but she's got to come up with a more feathery feed there for Del Toro.
Robeson looking for Gaillard. Live on the run, might have been nudged with an elbow. Play on, says the referee. Here's Gaillard. And back the other way. Holy Family in space. Stepped into by Lawson, and she takes it back for Stack. Powers. O'Dean looking for Gaillard, intercepted by Joyce. Kara Hill, transfer from Dominican. Back to midfield. Maddie McGuire. There's Del Toro again. This time she loses possession. Spartans trying to come out of the defensive end. Hill.
Hit an orange fire hydrant, so that means the play is dead. Good ball there for Gaillard, for Gaillard, pardon me. She was in good position on a quick restart, put herself open, and now it's going to lead for an opportunity here for Stack again. Not much going for either team. I said Moats earlier, I think the Gators have arrived. It might be just a one-goal game here at this point.
Ringstad will take the corner. It's number 5 for Stack. But only one Spartan inside the 18. That's Gaillard, who's actually right in front of the keeper.
Looking for great timing on that far side of the box.
Ringstead trying to find O'Dean. It's kept in on the far side by Powers. Back to Hill. And Del Toro again.
I think on that corner it was the right play. O'Dean was, I think, in the right spot. I think Ringstad just kicked it a little bit too high. If O'Dean is just a couple of inches taller, it does graze the scalp, and maybe it does get on frame.
Brooke Del Toro is the cartoon mouse savoir-faire, Nikolai. Savoir-faire is everywhere.
Yes, she has played very well since coming in. And there she is again trying to close off that lane.
Back the other way, Holy Family in a scoreless game with just under 34 minutes left. Here's a chance for Holy Family, but ropes it off her line. Able to put out the fire. Smothering the shot by Kilkenny.
There might have been some hesitation by Kilkenny as she found that clear break on the right side. As soon as she saw Kat Robeson get big and win, again, Robeson, it says, listen here, I think 5'10", 5'11". She might be closer to 6 feet, and she's definitely taking up some space. Kilkenny, I think, may have glanced at her and then double clutched a little bit, and that threw her off just enough where the only thing she could do was fire it into Robeson's midsection.
And Holy Family has now gone up in the shot column, 10-9. Spartans still lead on goal, 6-5.
I haven't seen a change in the energy for Stack, but I think during the half, Jill Reeves might have conjugated some verbs and declined some nouns for the Tigers.
She lit a fire under them for sure. They've come out with a whole different approach. This is the ball for McGuire, Maddie McGuire. Trying to go far side, Del Toro, who's going to win the race against Caitlin McGuire in the far corner. Left-footed shot, bends into the near post and is gobbled up by Kat Robeson.
So Holy Family is able to make more runs, find more lanes, able to ski ball the balls through. The question now becomes for Stack, do you drop back a midfielder? Do you try to find another way to eliminate those opportunities and try to counter better when Holy Family is rushing down the field like that?
Going to get 3 sets of fresh legs on for the Spartans. Just put a little bit of a scare into the Tigers.
So Stanley, Steen, and Argento will come back in. Out will come DeLeo. It looks like as well it's going to be Hill coming out and Metcalf as well. So Giron just going for a bit of a different look right now, trying to change the energy back to what it was during the first half.
Well, you need a little more speed and a little more defense. That is going to go out of play off of Holy Family.
So it's an opportunity here for Stack. Even if you don't score, just get some possession. And if you have to wind it back towards the midfield, make the Tigers chase you right now.
Well, the Tigers win that battle, and they come out with numbers. Del Toro with the touch. That'll be gathered in by Savage and played back to Robeson.
We can't say that she's not listening to the coach. Giron was saying, use your goalie, use your goalie. And right now, that's a pretty good option.
Shots are now 11-9 Holy Family, 6 saves for each keeper.
Most varsity programs, St. Thomas Aquinas College, members of the East Coast Conference. You can follow on X at ECC Sports. Again, ECC Sports on X.
Here's Del Toro winning the race against Lawson. Del Toro with a left foot. That'll go wide at the near post. And a goal kick.
Hands to the side!
Rodriguez will return for the
And
Spartans.
somebody wide open because Maddie!
She'll replace Nat O'Dean.
Fuck!
Looks like Giron's looking for more speed. I was a little bit surprised that Del Toro took that shot in that situation. Her legs have been her best assets in coming in. Why take the shot from out there? Why not go to the corner and see if some help can arrive?
That crazy part. That's it. Good opportunity for us to score.
Robeson.
Put it in
An
there.
hour to go. Remember, no overtime in regular season college soccer anymore. And Liv Gaillard forces a throw in. Nicely done.
Good one. She had a good opportunity to pass it.
Caught
The
Carly
player was
Fox
open, but-
in the mush. Played ahead by Stanley. Here's Ringstead. Going up against her opposite number, Arizola.
It'll just be a good throw-in, but a good defending there by Caitlin Parizola.
Throw in
Go
to
get it!
Rodriguez. Sarai trying to turn. Whiffed on it. Got a piece of Parizola instead.
Didn't realize it was time for Taekwondo class.
Into the area. That'll be cleared away. Get another sub for Holy Family. Two Spartans closest. Savage will take it and play it back to Robeson, who quickly plays it to midfield. But it's knocked down by Mignon for Holy Family. And here come the
Mignon.
Tigers again on the attack.
It's Izzy Mignon.
Sophie Stanley won it back for the Spartans. Rodriguez dispossessed. Holy Family trying to set something up. And that shot from distance by Hooten.
Good idea. Let's go.
Stopped.
Keep it up.
Again, I'm surprised that Holy Family is just settling for shots on the run from the perimeter. They have to be able to get inside. If you want to get a little bit closer, I have no problem with that. But the way that Robeson is tracking the ball right now, that shot is not going to beat her today.
Played out by McGuire. Bellaskirchi will return for Holy Family on this throw-in.
That was in for.
Replace Del Toro, and if I'm the Stack Spartans, breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief.
Number
Del
3.
Toro on the
Number
sideline.
8.
Yeah, but I don't expect her to be off long. She just might be recharging the batteries for the stretch run.
Work.
Throw in Tigers. Hooten trying to line up a shot, had it taken away. And here come the Spartans with numbers if they hurry. Sophie Stanley is onside. Can she win the race? No, she cannot. Parizola beat her to the ball. Turnover, Rodriguez. Sarai. Headed off by Parizola. And it'll be a goal kick for Pruz.
That might not have resulted in a scoring chance. But you see now the recent subs by Giron have resulted in starting to change the flow of things. Madison Powers, some good defending there. That started the counterattack.
26:45 to go. Still no score. Spartans are now being outshot 13-9. Another near giveaway.
We gotta score.
That goes on off Lexi Murphy of Holy Family, so it's a Spartans throw far side.
I do.
Into Rodriguez.
I don't care. I mean,
Plays it back
if we tie, we tie.
to Lawson. And Sarai draws a foul.
It'll be great. Nice
Free
to get
kick
3 points,
Stack.
though. And
Taken by Ken Robeson.
Saturday against
The athletic department is at St. Thomas Aquinas College uses Instagram. Check it out at Stack Spartans to find photos and videos you won't find anywhere else. That's STAC Spartans on Instagram. If I'm Robeson, I'm kicking this one long and hard, see if I can get a touch at around the 18 and see if I can cause chaos at the interior of that box.
Well, the Spartans have 5 just
Saturday,
outside
boy,
the
I don't
18.
know.
A little too far. Intended for Steen. Throw in Tigers with 25.5 to go.
Mention that Holy Family now has the edge of the shot count. I've seen more of a willingness for the Tigers to shoot here in the second as opposed to the first, where it took some great runs from Del Toro and some good passes to generate scoring chances. Things have changed greatly here in the second.
Terrific takeaway by Maddie Powers for the Spartans. Here comes Stack on the attack. Dropping it off for Rodriguez was Sophie Stanley. Sarai plays it in, and off her line to smother it is Jana Pruz.
We've talked a lot about Robeson, but Pruz has quietly had a good game in net. for Holy Family. She's made some good decisions as well. Not much indecision with her all day.
Carly Fox dispossessed, and she's down for the visitors. Gaillard trying to play it for Stanley, taken away by the Tigers. On the move, Kilkenny. That's picked off. Here come the Spartans again. Rodriguez will play it far side.
That's all I know. If you shoot inside the box.
Trying to gather it in is Maddie Powers. And they'll
Stop
the clock with 24:17 to go. And Fox was still down.
She was on a knee for about 20, maybe 30 seconds. She does not want to leave the field, but she'll come off and Allison Loper will come on.
Looks like she's got a hamstring issue, left leg.
Carly
Loper
Fox,
started this match. Senior from Ben Salem, a transfer out of Georgian Court 3 years ago.
Sorry.
Was on to replace her.
You've both been
Here's Rodriguez on the far side, 1v1 against Murphy. But it's a throw in for the Tigers with just under 24 minutes left.
Let's go, Tigers! Get a goal!
Ringstad ahead for Stanley. Sophie turns. Spartans might have numbers if they hurry. Pass was broken up, though, by Grace Joyce.
Joyce has quietly had a good game.
Sophie Stanley for Liv Gaillard. And Gaillard trying to find Rodriguez on the far side, but shanked it off her foot. Steen. Stanley might have been fouled from behind, no call. And now here come the Tigers. Play on side. McGuire. Maddie McGuire moves in, takes the shot, and it goes over the crossbar. Disaster averted, but only by this much for Stack. As Maddie McGuire, the senior from South Jersey,
keep it up there, kid.
Had a wide open shot. Put it over the woodwork.
I never thought I'd see the day where we could see the whites in somebody's eyes or the back of her head. As soon as she went from left to right, McGuire had a great chance and probably should have scored there. Only needed a pea shooter, not a slingshot, to get that one past Robeson.
Kara Hill, the senior from New Milford, New Jersey. That's North Jersey, Bergen County. He'll check in at the next opportunity. The Dominican transfer went up against her former teammates on Saturday. And here come the Spartans again. Caitlin McGuire on the far side, and before the throw-in, the whistle blew. So Hill will come on and replace Maddie Powers.
Powers did well with the minutes she's played today. A couple of transition turnovers helped start the counterattack.
Here's Sophie Stanley trying to turn with the rock, and she'll be whistled for the foul. A hold in the offensive zone.
Giron wants an explanation from Godey. I'm not sure he's getting one. If he does get one, he's probably not going to like it.
It looked like that call could have gone either way, frankly. So the free kick will be taken by Pruz.
Looks like Metcalf's getting ready to come back in for the stretch run.
And it'll be a stack throw in, but first the sub. As Kai comes on. And Caitlin McGuire will take a seat. Or at least come to the sideline. No obligation to sit. Just under 21 minutes to go in the game. We are still scoreless.
I don't expect her to be down there long. And sliding, what was that?
Looked like Stanley had drawn the foul, but instead she'll be called for it.
I just want to know that Lexi Murphy's chin is okay. There was no water slide there. She had nowhere to hydroplane.
Metcalf breaks up that pass, but it'll be a Holy Family throw-in.
Go! Go Tigers!
Ringstad will get to it first and play to
Energy!
midfield. Nobody home for the Spartans.
It's 40
Up down by
energy!
Mignon. She'll throw it in. Mignon. Loper. And Argento's called for the foul.
Let's go Tigers!
Tigers.
Starting to wonder if one team has more juice in the tank than the others right now. Feels like Holy Family is a little bit quicker at the moment than the 11 players out there for Stack.
Arizola will take the free kick. Leave it short for Mignon. Gaillard called for the foul.
She has to be careful. Yes, we know that fouls can result in cards, and sometimes it's not one foul in particular, but it can be accumulation of fouls over a short period of time.
Kilkenny lost it. Here comes Hill for Stack. Trying to find Rodriguez on the run. 1-on-2. Now Steen joins the fray. Amalia Steen with a shot punched away by Pruz, and it stays in play.
That was a great save by Pruz. I think that the sun might be causing a problem, or maybe the shadow over there on the near side had to look a little bit into some bright turf to make the save. And that ball, I think, also had some reverse spin on it. Not quite a screwball, but she only got one hand on it, not two.
Shots on goal now, 7 aside, and Argento's going to be called for another foul.
With her hands up, she was ready to say, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Under 18 and a half to go. It'll be Mignon taking the free kick. No, she gives it up to Perizola. Far side Joyce, middle of the field now. Kilkenny and Joyce with a little give and go as we come up on 18 minutes left. Rodriguez steps in, tried to put a head on it. It missed her, but it'll be a Stack throw-in on the far side. As we'll get another Spartan sub, Britt Delau will come in, the sophomore from Long Island.
Come on, Tigers! Energy!
Stanley
Energy!
dispossessed. Gaillard trying to take it back. Rodriguez stepped into it. And the Spartans say it should be a throw-in for them, but the referee says it was deflected by Rodriguez. So throw-in Tigers with 17 and a half to go.
I'm Stack as a group. Don't get frustrated over the calls or non-calls. Focus on the players you're marking, and focus on making that good first pass if you're one of the backs out of your defensive third.
Fouls are now 12-3.
Energy
Spartans.
Tigers! 17 hard!
Offside. I believe it was 6-1 in the first half.
That's correct. The intensity has picked up at times here with the second as both teams have accepted that this is going to be potentially a 1-0 game.
Rodriguez booted it out, so it's another Tigers throw-in.
It's at the box!
The shot by Kilkenny from distance with the left
It's
foot goes
Mara! Oh, God.
wide. And now Delau will have a chance to come in, replacing Liv Gaillard.
I know I said earlier that maybe Holy Family is better off trying to work maybe one extra pass, one extra step, but the way Kilkenny has kicked the ball in that instance today, I'll be okay with her taking the shot from range in that instance.
Ropes in with a low line.
Get it up!
Trying to find Steen. Now
Get up!
try to keep it in on the far side, but she can't. And they say actually deflected out by the Tigers, so it is
No way!
with 16 minutes left. Kylie Metcalf will take it.
Focus! Yeah!
That'll go out for a stacked corner.
No way!
Steen putting it off the Tigers. It'll It'll be Ringstead to set up on the far side with 15 and a half to go.
As counterintuitive as it sounds, if I'm Ringstead, if I think that I'm powering the ball, hitting it too hard, I take some gas off of it a little bit here.
5 Spartans in the box. The curl toward the back post. Eludes everybody, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Now, if there's an Olympico, then all the needles at Indian Point start twitching, because that would have been a cosmic celebration. Those are rare.
15 minutes to play. We remain scoreless. Off the head of Metcalf, but knocked back to Holy Family. Nicely.
This stupid video balls are coming in and out. I don't know why.
They played by Argento to break it up.
Now Dozier's coming back in, and I think it's going to be Skirchy coming off.
You are 100% correct, my friend. 14:39 to go. Clock has stopped temporarily. And a restart on the throw by Holy Family. Here's Kilkenny. Trying with a right foot this time. One bounce into the waiting arms of Robeson. Shot number 16 for the Tigers. Their 8th on target.
Get it!
Robeson again. Rebound control's been excellent.
Are you kidding me?
Her decision-making has been great. Thanks in large part to her. Stack has a chance to win after Holy Family really has controlled the play here in the second.
Stepping into it, Hill, but very quickly dispossessed. Now Ringstead battling with Hooten. Kilkenny's got it again, and on the move. Argento intercepts, plays it back to Cat, and Robeson lets it fly, looking for Sophie Stanley.
Find an easy way
with Parazola.
Find an easy way
Ringstead
to
with
get
a header.
fire.
Steen trying to settle it on the near side. Delau. Britt Delau curls it into the 18, but it's intercepted. And now the battle on. Sarai Rodriguez has it. Taken away by Murphy. Cleared but not out. Back into the 18 with 13 and a half to go. And the flag was up for offside.
That tackle by Murphy. Two things. One, it has to be timed well. Otherwise, it's a free kick. Two, I thought I saw the studs come up on the ball. So if there's a foul there, she might be more in just trouble than just a free kick.
Still no cards shown except to us at halftime.
Well, he was looking at me, Cody, to make sure that it was still working. Looks like Brownell might come back in at the end for Stack.
Free kick, Joyce. Ringstead takes it away at midfield. Here's Rodriguez looking to turn. Slots it for Steen with Stanley. Amalia Steen trying to find a player, and it's taken away. Delau was there, and very fortunate his Holy Family not to get called for a foul in the area.
That was Murphy again. Tightrope defending, almost Nick Wallenda-like over the falls. No, actually, you know what? That was Mignon, I think, that got her at the end there. Mignon with a good tackle. They've been late, but they've been able to get it.
Trying to settle it. And she's knocked to the turf, but no call. Ref says play on. Hill Martin's trying to regain. The shot by Rodriguez goes over the crossbar.
In that situation, that's probably the best Rodriguez can do in that instance unless she can get another touch on for taking the shot. She was feeling some pressure from her left side. Not the best body control. It would have been a very difficult shot for her to get on frame with any power.
Sarai Rodriguez with the only goal of the season so far for Stack. That was on opening day to salvage a 1-1 tie against Felician. Converting on a penalty kick. Foul that was drawn in the box by Liv Gaillard. So Brownell will return next opportunity. Here's Kilkenny, who has been a second half force offensively from the back of the Holy Family defense. Argento takes it away, but back the other way comes Holy Family. Loper, 1-on-2. Delau with the pressure. And it's a corner for the Tigers. It'll be just their... Delau with the pressure. And it's a corner for the Tigers. It'll be just their second of the match.
The main thing for Stack here is not to panic. They've shown a lot of resolve with the back line all day. Your keeper's having a great game, just be in good position, protect each poke.
Oh, come on.
And only move if it's a short one.
5 Tigers in or around the 18. To the back post. A header goes wide. That was Kilkenny again with another scoring chance. So Brownell in for Stack. She'll replace Sarai Rodriguez. And on for Holy Family is Riley Kaufman wearing 29, sophomore from Yardley, PA.
Caso grande. I got no what's part of us.
And she replaces Perizola. Smart.